Hey everybody, we are so back, and well, first off, sorry there were like less Slay the Spire videos over the course of the last week. My daughter started school, and that's when you go from like 6th grade to 7th grade, it's like there's Labor Day, and then the next day is like hop on the bus. But when you start kindergarten, it's like you come in for like first day is just the parents for like an hour, and then the second day is like parents and the kid for a little bit, and then the third day is like an hour just the kid, and then the fourth day. I mean, it's going to take a little bit until the schedule is set here, but that's my excuse anyway. But also, I'm excited. I took that opportunity to possibly have the ability to refresh my zeal to play as the Watcher, if that makes sense. Early frozen egg. Me and the game are on good terms right now. Let's just put it that way. I think, it's a good opportunity to reset mayhaps some bad habits that you fell into, and then, rediscover a love for actually doing the arithmetic that is the meat and potatoes of Slay the Spire. So we're sticking to base principles here. We're taking 18 damage, or we're gonna take 18 damage to get 30% extra gold. And we're adding some beautiful attacks to our deck, removing defense, and getting ready to search for some killer cards. Maybe like a foreign influence, man. I've only used it a few times on this character so far, but I've been having a good time when the opportunity has presented itself. And I mean, already, am I crazy to say it doesn't cost 0, right, until it's upgraded? Am I crazy to say this is like more relics than we've had by the end of our runs on like the past 3 or 4 runs? I mean, one of the relics you start with, and one of them is, used up. But still, man. Holy cow! The question marks never end. Look, are you seeing this, man? Look, we got like 7 relics already. It's craziness. I certainly do want a cheaper eruption, but I think foreign influence is more fun, more interesting, and it has like potentially a bigger pop off. That's Clash is like unplayable. It's one of the game's dirty little secrets, man. As soon as they give you a Sender's Bane, how am I supposed to get a Clash out there? Now let's talk about this. 9 takes you to 24. This takes you to 10. It gives us an energy back, and Bowling Bash kills you. See, that's what you got to get in the habit. Even if the math was easy to do, that's never been an issue for a guy like me. Screwing up some easy math, it's the sort of thing that comes natural. I imagine like a ball lightning ain't that good for us. But it is 7. I guess I'd rather have an Iron Wave like in the deck. And let's just see what we're cooking with here. 3 strength, 3 dex, less energy, scry. I mean, okay, I'm going to take Like Water and use it as an opportunity to maybe get some passive... Oh, I had extra energy. As an opportunity to get some passive block, which is not going to work out like that, but that's okay. Just hold. This one's going to be a little touchy. With 1 energy left, I would take this. We basically get 3 block out of that. Then we just need to get enough to kill you here. And it is going to happen. Scary, but we get there. Blood Vial, this is useful for a guy like me. Now, I like a lot of this, honestly. I'm worried about the deck becoming like a little too attack heavy. I really like Brilliance, just because like 12 damage for 1 is, or maybe possibly 24 damage for 1 is really good. We have no other mantra enablers, but maybe you can sort of build into it. I think Crush Joints is really good too. You combo it with the Miracle, you start to do some crazy damage. A little bit more flexible than Brilliance. And then Battle Him, actually, I'm going to take Battle Him. It's starting innate, and I could be wrong in my methodology here, but it's starting innate, for me, solves our first floor problem, which is inconsistent damage. I don't think we want a Whirlwind, as crazy as it sounds. We'd probably be better off with an all-out attack. Something like that. And then, like, remember it's not maybe 1-to-1, it's not 100% guaranteed that this is how it's going to go down, but just remember the meat and potatoes of Slay the Spire. Damage early so we can kill the elites and the big first boss. Block and like combo pieces second floor and third floor. At least that's how I've been thinking about it. So if anything, if we're not gonna, like, we haven't really committed to building like a stance type situation here. It's an interesting one. I guess being able to avoid weakness would be good. As much as I love the AoE, something that could avoid the weakness the gremlin will put on me would be kind of sick as well. And then how about like a skill? Play 8 mark. All enemies lose mark equal to their HP. I don't really care to enter calm. I don't really care to have the next attack. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's not incredible, but it's something. We're a little bit light on the block front here. It's actually not that bad. It just sucks we had to use a potion to get there. Anyway, again, like what I was saying, I could be like completely wrong in my assumption that that's how things should work. Why did I think I was going to get energy when I came out of this? That's not the way it goes. You still got lethal, but you got to do the math. But that's the model we've been sticking to for a while, and that's the model we're going to stick to right now. 16 cards, some blocks would be nice if we think we have enough damage. And honestly, with Battle Hymn Plus, we probably do have enough damage. Let's take an evaluate. I don't know. It's the Guardian, right? Pretty simple idea here. If you rest, you're not going to make it. Like, psychologically, you got the wrong attitude. So instead, we're going to put our you-know-what's on the table and see how it goes down here. Early Battle Hymn is, of course, a necessity. I'm going to enter Calm to give us a little energy to play with next turn in case we get Eruption, which we did. And a Reach Heaven is like a beautiful get here. So I think you can definitely... Let's do the math, man. You got to do the math. 9, so you got to do 35. This does 20. This... Okay, we got you. Turns out you actually do not need to do the math. Leaving you on 1 is beautiful. This might seem a little insane. I'm going to strike you rather than smite you. My thinking is... And I'm going to hold this as well. My thinking is... Save your big attacks for a turn... Might as well hit you once, though. Where we could possibly get you to split... not split, but like skip your attack as a result of taking so much damage. Now, I would obviously rather be in, like, Wrath for this to happen, but we get there anyway. Might as well just clear space in the hand. This way, we may never have to put up, like, 20 block in a single turn, which would be nice for a guy like me. I'd like to play Reach Heaven, but I think a Vigilance goes fine as well. It's good for us because we don't have that many blocks in the deck so far. I'm not sure if we've made that abundantly clear. I hate to just waste the energy, but... Well, we could... Let me think. Like, if I Erupt on you, I do 9. You'll do 32. So I'll take 15 damage because I'll take 3 off of that. 15 damage takes me to 12. But then on the next turn, I can do 36 damage to you. And we got a really good chance. You know, it's a bit spicy, but this is why we play the game, man. This is why we play the game. If anything, it would be best to, like, not quite split you and then get you big time on that one. And then we're in there, for sure. For sure. I mean, we could easily kill you. For a guy like me, that's light work. We got 3 HP that we heal to the same no matter what, right? So, functionally no difference. You got a Vault. It's one of those cards that it's like, it's hard to see a reason you wouldn't take it, I guess. But I may not know what I'm talking about. I think it would be a mistake to go all in. Let's take elite farming tech, and we can choose whether or not we're going to farm elites. Just because we took it, we don't have to farm the elites. But I would like to get to an early shop. So maybe like this path right here. Because we're going to have a lot of gold by the time we... I mean, we got a lot of gold right now. We're going to have even more gold by the time we get there. Now, this would be a fantastic opportunity I don't know, for good things to happen. To start adding some more blocks into the deck is a big one. What a beautiful glass knife. I think I'd like to do it this way. In particular, I mean, I think it's obvious, but we need more defense in the deck because, like, we have none in our hand. And we have a few, like, waiting to draw, but, like, I'm a little bit cheesed. I'm not gonna lie to you. That almost gets us there. I mean, the second floor is usually kind of like a rude awakening, so maybe don't cry about it. This would also be a good floor to get some stance dancing enabled, because I, like, completely ignored it on the first floor. Wave of the hand. I like it. I liked it. Could probably afford to play a little slower as well. It's been suggested for sure. Probably... I think I'm just gonna save the smites for our eruption turn. Like, I guess I'm starting to treat eruption and our smites from Battle Hymn Plus almost in the same way that I treat, like, blasphemy. Like save them for a lethal turn. There's no reason to... You might feel good to play them earlier, but you might end on the same turn regardless, so having the retain is advantageous. If we're gonna stance dance, give me the uncommon. Give me the uncommon rushdown first. And we gotta save some HP. It would be beautiful if you could save some block as well. I mean, we got some strikes in the deck, for sure. We don't really... Unload is a lot of damage, at least, but do we really care? I mean, it sounds crazy, but I guess... Like, I kind of just wanted to put up at least a little bit of block, because I think we have no choice but to fight an elite. Okay, of my own volition, admittedly, but still. It's kind of a horrible turn for vaults. Semi-likely to exit Wrath next time. If we don't exit Wrath, we're at least going to kill the Centurion. And that's what it's all about, people. That's what it's all about. Let's enter Vigilance. There's no reason to mess with you. You don't really present that much of a threat to begin with. Although you did almost do damage to me, which is kind of a little irritating. In fact, you did do damage to me because I don't know. I forgot I had frailty. That's my bad. Vault this one out for sure. Whenever you gain block, apply 2 weak to all enemies. I'm pretty sure that sound is your death, Mr. Anderson. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of The Matrix again. It's funny because you can't make fun of me for it because it's my comfort movie. So, it's kind of problematic for you to laugh at that. Let's get a meditate as well. Now this is like the exact opposite of every hand I've had up to this point. Which is kind of sick, honestly. Could you give me a vigilance? I'm gonna shoot the whole wad here, man. Give me that vigilance so we can do some more stance dancing next turn. And that's exactly how that's gonna go. Look at this. We want to make sure we save 2 for vigilance. We have no other blocks anyway. It's gonna be a pretty nasty bit of damage. I think we're gonna die against the elite, man. I don't think I can hold on here. But one of the things that's been kind of interesting is that I've found, like, as the watcher, at least the way I've been building, lately, the hallway fights have been like... maybe. Lately, the hallway fights have been, like, really hard. And the elite fights have been, like, disproportionately easy. But that doesn't mean we're not gonna die. In fact, we're almost dying right now. I guess I'll meditate some stuff back into my hand, but... Yeah, 4 HP, I'm not really bullish. I'm thinking that maybe we made an error trying to stance dance without having any stance dancing cards. So give me a block, and then this is a... I can't lose 541 gold for this, I'm sorry. It just can't be done. So let's see what we can work on here. I can actually play a signature move. which is shocking. But I can, like, strike you, signature move you, and then vault. We're not out of the woods yet. Obviously. I think I gotta try to kill you. Just stick to the basics, man. And I could have exited stance there, which might have been the right play, but I gotta work you down one way or the other, you know? Like, something like this. And then... gain 8 block, gain 9 block! It can't be done. It can't be done, man. Wait, it can be done, because you're doing half as much damage after I swap. Right. Okay. We get there. Give me a Core Surge. It's got to be Core Surge, follow-up, Wave of the Hand, defend. Now we lose. I blame this on a few things that are all, you know, my own, within the specter of my own control. How do we get, like, Golden Idol and no shops? Like, that's shocking to me. You can no longer become weakened. Now that's shocking to me, complimentary, instead of shocking to me... I don't know, what is there a tone marker for, like, I'm mad at you? I guess there's SRS, but that's not really, like... I mean, that depends on the content of the message. That doesn't... I'm talking about a tone indicator that's, like, incensed. I don't know if that exists. Okay, early wallop. Now I'm playing emotionally, okay? I'm going Neiman mode. Which means I made a mistake there. I blundered a little bit. I probably could have played Wallop instead of a meaningless Vigilance. But that's okay. We'll hold on this. There's something to be said about the fact that the hardest Slay the Spire character is the easiest Slay the Spire character. I don't know psychologically what it is, or if it's a mechanics thing. I guess it is fair to say I probably have like 500 hours each as the Ironclad, the Silent, and the Defect, and I have like 102 hours as the Watcher. We'll get there. Just have confidence. This time, we were complaining about a lack of defense. Let's remove a strike instead of a defend, man. Let's remove a strike instead of a defend. It's that easy. This is a gimme as well, I think. Something like that. You cannot harm me. A single attack ruins your life. And don't forget about your stance, dance, enabling cards. Like a third eye is great. Consecrate can be pretty good early, but if you start dancing, you start stancing. I'm trying not to Dr. Seuss post, but it's got me very excited. I'll take a Crush Joints as well. Killing enemies faster doesn't go out of style. Let's go in. Now, next turn, how about 2 attacks? 2 attacks, and we spent a potion to get through this guy. How could you do this to me? Is this a joke? Some kind of sick joke? Whatever, I'll take 2 damage. All right, 2 attacks, please. 2 attacks. Give me 2 attacks. Beautiful, 2 attacks. Well worth the cost of admission there. And War Paint. I'll be simple on this one. Give me an Ex Machina, and 2 cards we added got upgraded already. That's a dream come true. We probably should respect Eruption more, but I'm telling you, the Crush Joints applying vulnerable past the turn where you play it is the sort of thing that has meaning to a guy like me. What the puzzle? This might sound crazy to you. I think we love to wake you up on turn 1. And the reason is, next turn we could get Eruption and Wallop. Okay, well, we didn't get Wallop, but I wanted you to be vulnerable while I had Wrath. I was hoping Wallop could help us get the double block, essentially, but it's alright. Alas, it's no big deal at all. This would be a great turn to catch Eruption on the redraw, and that's exactly what happened. Now, we obviously have, like, no other attacks except Conclude, but that's good because we get a chance to heal a little bit more, and then we can kill you. We spent a potion, we're at the same level of HP, essentially. Scrawl is very good. At some point, we're probably going to need to get cards that, like, do something, but still... We are going to need a means to kill the boss as well. Interesting draw. Well, who's the boss? The Guardian again. That's fine by me. 36 damage takes you to 23. 47. If I hit you again, you're gonna break. Next turn. Next turn is a pretty spicy turn, because we have Scrawl, probably, and, like, all these miracles. Scrawl was the one card we didn't draw, but I still think it was beneficial to wait, because we just killed you. So that sounds good to me. Fear No Evil is a great stance dancer. We do want a rush down, I think, but this is looking a lot better. I think. The only difference is we don't have 470 extra gold, but, like, I guess when you think about it, we didn't really have 470 extra gold on the last one either. Because we died before we even got to go to a shop. So, I guess I'm saying, what do I know? What the bleep do we know? Bit of a misstep there at some point, but whatever. Single attack gets us through. 49 HP. I'm an indignation guy. More stance dancers. Though the thing that would make me more confident if I were to see it now would be like a flurry of blows, because we have like various means to change stance, but minimal ways. Ex Machina? Ooh. Minimal ways to get a payoff out of changing the stances. Now, I'll still keep taking them. Let's lose it. I don't like doing it either, okay? And if we're gonna die on 35, maybe you could argue we're gonna die on 56 too, but my whole impetus here, that's fine, probably. My whole impetus here is I want to live long enough to, I don't know, if I'm being honest with you, I lost the plot of what I was saying about 20 seconds ago, and I've just been trying to piece together like a coherent sentence ever since. I thought it felt, I have no rational explanation for this, but it felt like we would die if I didn't, well, if you're in for a penny, in for a pound, right? I felt like we would die if we didn't rest there. Now, we might die after having rested, but that's a different story altogether that I'd kindly advise you not to discuss with me at this time. I mean, we could conclude we will live because you'll split after attacking us once. You know what? It's a funny play. He didn't split after attacking us once, which is the way that I personally thought that should have gone down, but that's okay. We'll go one more. We'll go. I think we had a good run and we got a little silly with it. Let's go with a free transform, or a relatively low cost transform. Things that are retained cost one less. All right. So this has not been like the comeback that I was hoping for. Let's try to tighten up a little bit here, okay? Don't get in your own head over it. It's just video games at the end of the day. No reason to go Richie Tenenbaum. I'm referring to the tennis, not the Elliott Smith. I would say we probably don't need to play Establishment, but if I could get like a Battle Hymn, I would love to have Establishment. The fact that we... Hang on, I'm still chilling. The fact that we don't have any retained cards, that's ain't nothing but a peanut, man. That's light work. We just need a little bit of a leg up here. Now you retain as well. Tantrum is I think it's a good card. It's a good hit. That doesn't kill you! Of course 9 is less than 11, man. Okay, that one just, it's gonna sting, let's put it that way. This at least gets us to lethal. My Slay the Spire instincts are a little off. Give me the Flurry of Blows. I like Talk to the Hand a lot too, but early on, maybe there's something to be said. When in doubt, just call it a tempo play. That was a great tempo play for a guy like me, to take Flurry of Blows. And look at that. It just got a kill for us, so it's already paid dividends. Give me a Wheel Kick for damage. And then I think we've been making mistakes in a lot of different avenues in Slay the Spire, including the fights and the question marks and the campfires. But I think now is the right time to be aggressive, man. Wouldn't you say so? Like, wouldn't it be good to... Like, I think we can go in on you as long as we can exit the stage. This is a ballsy play, okay? But hear me out. Flurry of Blows, Tantrum, Flurry of Blows on you, Wheel Kick, pop your Energy Relic. Now, let me see what we got going on next. It's probably sensible to just, like, strike... Vigilance, Flurry of Blows you. I was very tempted to... Because I think I could kill you next turn and just find a way to deal with the 20 damage, but... Whatever. What's done is done, man. Tantrum would do 9, and then you bring it back. So Eruption would do 9, and then you would do 18, but we'd be taking a lot in the process. We'd be taking more damage than I'd like to take in the process. The problem is there's no means for me to not... Wait, let me think. 9, you'd be on 12. Flurry of Blows would do 8. It's really a question about which 20 you want to block. And I guess I would rather block 20. Would I rather take 12 and be an Eruption? Or would I rather take 7 and do nothing this turn? I think it's... a little unfortunate, but... Wait, I even did the math wrong, though, because we're only taking 7 and we're killing you. It was 7 and kill you and end in Eruption, or 7 and don't kill you and be in calm, which is like, it's worse in... It's equal or worse in every single way. So that was... we get there, we get there. I'm not a Ragnarok believer, man. Hey, Crescendo, we get some payoff for Establishment, which we still don't really want to be innate. I guess we could just upgrade it and make it free to begin with. But one day this Establishment is going to work, or it might be removed. But it being removed is working in its own unique fashion. I mean, I think I got to go in. And if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. But we don't really have, like, setup cards. So sometimes you just gotta give her, bud. Let's play a Miracle to get an Establishment out there. That's like a second Ascender's Bane right now. I'll probably... Well, let's see. Let's start with the Wheel Kick. Because if you draw... I was just going to say, if you draw Stance Dancers, you'd probably be pretty stoked. Because no, but is there a... There is? Okay. Then in that case, Tantrum me. Do some damage. Flurry of Blows. Vigilance me. Hit you again. We take 8, but we're in a very commanding position. Because you're dead. Vira. Very interesting. A second Flurry of Blows, huh? Second Flurry of Blows is like a little much for a guy like me. Or is it a little much? I mean, you know what? It might be like a run-winning card for us. At least on the first floor, because having it in your hand early means it gets to your discard pile earlier, which means it's targetable earlier. Or triggerable. I don't want to use the wrong Magic the Gathering terms. This is how you get into fistfights at Friday Night Magic. I'm going to gain 50 to 80 gold. I'm scared about this. I'm scared about the hallway fights, to be honest. The Bomb is kind of an amazing card here. Am I right? And then at least be able to put up enough defend to not take too much damage. Take Tua. Bomb on that thing. 18 health. Well, it's very nice. It's pretty nice. I could kill you and get 2 back. And then you guys die to the bomb next turn. So I think we made it happen, like, either way. Cost us a lot in potions, though. I'm not a flying sleeves guy. In a pinch, sure. But I'm not taking it just to make establishment work. It's beneath me, in my opinion. No two ways about it. I think this is going to stink a little bit. Unfortunately, I think we got to let you live. It pains me a great deal to do it. It's for a number of reasons, one of which is that we're still taking heat on the next turn, but we got to just hang in there, man. Just hang in there. Don't sweat it yet. Now, if I were to crescendo, we'll get to 3 energy. No, we'll get to 2 energy. Wheel kick will do 30 damage. I think this is a great opportunity to exercise a little-known technique known as restraint. And now we pop, and we just can't stop. Now, do I feel confident about this? No, I feel pretty bad about this. Mostly because we're in a position where even taking 1 damage feels like it's a real problem. 46, if I do 14, you go to 34. I consider that unacceptable. We got to go in on the next turn. And this is a pretty solid setup. We leave you on 12. 2 enemies with 12, only 1's attacking. We lived. Now, again, not a popular decision. Please, yes, give me some block. But we're going to have to rest. This is one where I don't think there's a choice. And Rushdown is like a great card to get off of the Dreamcatcher. So I consider that very merciful. It's just, it sucks so bad to play nothing turn 1. Honestly, I feel like blessed to have gotten an establishment early to make this protect better. Now, I'm not willing to let you do 36 damage, so I'm not going to change stances on this turn. But I'm feeling like we're in a pretty good spot. We just kind of need the right cards to show up on the right turns. Which I guess is really the meat and potatoes of the game to begin with. Like, are we going to draw a way to exit Wrath? No. Are we going to be able to draw enough block to possibly tank it? Yeah, I think that's actually conceivable. Because Protect costs 0. And then you'd probably like to take 0 damage if you can. It allows you to sustain the Wrath a little bit longer. 12 damage is nothing but a peanut. The only thing is, like, even if it is nothing but a peanut, I've only got Coca-Cola Classic to defend myself with. I guess we're all in. I pretty much have to kill you next turn or I'm going to die, because we just lost our only way to exit stances. We get there, and I feel, like, pretty unconfident, but we are capable of outputting a lot of damage. I feel like the Judgment's a little late, but it's such a great card. Energy, I've heard, maybe this is a chance to think about the shoulders of giants, okay? I've heard that as the Watcher, energy relics are a higher priority than as many other characters. So I'm just going to go with Philosopher's Stone, and I think there's a case to be made for maybe I've been trying to be too cute with my plays. Like, trying to play advanced without having necessarily, like, the understanding of why those advanced plays are so important. Here's an advanced play. Draw as fast as you can to get to Judgment. That will also work. That'll work just fine. And we need some block, but we also need draw, so Evaluate might be like a great enabler there. Now let's take a look. A power that starts in your hand, it's not necessarily. Omniscience doesn't really have great targets. Lesson learned, I think I tend to do more damage to myself with it. Let's make a rushdown innate. Remove a basic strike. We're still sitting on 77. Give me a block potion just for safety. Okay, now I think for the first time in a while, I feel like we've made some decisions where things are starting to come together. Like I can rush down, and rush down will be the it'll be the first upgrade target at the campfire if we're lucky enough to have some HP when we get there. But like free 2 block, or sorry, free 2 cards every time we enter Wrath is hard to say no to. When pretty much the meat and potatoes of the game is drawing your best card and playing it against the enemy that it does the most damage to. I think. Give me a... I mean, honestly, we got the space to just dump a potion out there. I think we'll probably get another one, and it simplifies things a little bit. It makes me feel a little bit more confident, I think. We haven't played Establishment yet. The thing is, we gotta kill you. Oh, we have energy. That's another thing I could probably work on. And you're being very annoying. I can't put you in a judgment state, which is really cheesing me off. But I guess I could just, like, bring back a wheel kick. Kick you with it. Judge you. Erupt. Tantrum. There's no way we don't have you. I don't, mathematically, I didn't see us not drawing an attack. Give me Third Eye as well. Okay, a 20 card deck with cards that I'm actually like enjoying. This is a little bit out of the usual for me. Now this Judgment is a stud on this fight. It's just a shame I feel like I can't play my Eruption early, but you know what? It's the cost of doing business on Act 2. And especially with enemies having extra strength, you know, you gotta be aware that something like that can come to pass. Similarly, we're gonna stall yet again, taking no damage, but knowing how much support we get if we can actually just draw a Judgment. Thank you so much. Now, this is a turn where we go in. We're gonna shove our deck full of trash, and probably that means next turn is not great. But on the bright side, you're only doing like 33 damage. Which is pretty... well, it's not great. What do you got? 32 HP? Still, I would say we're in like the zone where we would feel comfortable not having the rest on the boss fight, so... Or on the campfire. It's a little spicy, don't get me wrong. Indignation is pretty good. I think. I mean, rest assured that I'm aware that I don't really know what I'm talking about, as you can see from the last, few videos of my performance as the Watcher. You know what's another helpful thing, I think, for me? Getting out of the mindset that, like, using a potion is bad. Now, why on earth would you think using a potion is bad? I gotta think about this. I think I have to go in on you. Takes you to under 30, get judged, 20 damage on the field. There's a flag on the play. I mean, we're taking a nasty hit. But it's like when you use a... when you use a potion, you're like, oh, it's because my deck wasn't able, or at least in my head, I'm like, it's because my deck wasn't able to make up the difference between, like, what this enemy can do and where I'm supposed to be at. But nah, man, it's not like that. It's not like that. That's what the potions are in the game for. That's why there's the design space that's like, it punishes you by making you lose potions, like the Sozu, for example, or it benefits you by making potions, like, trigger twice, like the Sacred Bark. Now let the deck do what the deck does. Enter Wrath so you can draw. Free smack. Wheel Kick is lethal, but Judgment is cheaper lethal. I mean, that's just too much. I gotta use it on you instead. Alright, well, everybody makes mistakes. I was really hoping we'd get that Judgment. An 8 defend and then a block potion means we're not completely embarrassed, at least. Judgment exists. I do like Reach Heaven, but block has been an issue. Especially like the consistency of our block. Sundial. You spot a loose brick, gain Deva form and store a card. Thank you, past me. I mean, if we could... We do have 4 energy. There's a real chance we could get a Deva form out there. I think we should. And, you know, I should leave myself something that is like, you know, it helps me out in the future, because I left myself something in the past that helps me out. I think it's I think I can pass this establishment back, man. I don't think it's been a... I don't think it's been what I could possibly be getting out of it. Wait, I only have 15 HP. We're going to die anyway. I wouldn't worry about it all that much, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Oh, man. I need to find a way to... Well... Let's erupt. Flurry of Blows, a big card. Making them vulnerable? Yeah, how do you like it? Probably not that much, huh? Now you're doing 27... This allows us to save the Protect, have the exact amount of block. It'd be nice to kill the Avocado first. I don't know if that's the sort of thing that's going to be doable, but... It's a tricky one. Because if I... Okay, I can do 18 damage to you, which takes you to 46. I could definitely kill you. You would be doing 22 damage. We could put up a reasonable amount of block. Okay, so let's go in. Because we're also getting the Flurry of Blows. They do 10 each. This takes you to 46. Hang on, I'm crunching the numbers. I think we need this. This, Judgment. Protect, Miracle, Third Eye. I forgot that you can scry with that. That's one of the reasons that card could be good. Apparently. We make it, though. An Empty Fist isn't it? Like, having more ability to exit stance actually, in its own way, maybe makes me do more damage because I'm more confident entering, like, the Wrath state in situations where it's not necessarily guaranteed that we would actually be able to get out of Wrath on the next turn. That feels like there's a knock-on effect there. That was fine. Listen, we got 4 energy, let's do it. But I'm taking the cowardly way out on the pathing, even though it's still pretty scary. In theory. Like, that went really well, but... Okay, 5 energy. Definitely, I think, well, like, let's take a look at it. Maybe you wish for the gold here, and then play your Protect. I know it's a little greedy, but, like... It's not necessarily greedy to, like, want to... you know, win the run by playing the cards you got to their highest possible expected value, right? Crush Joints is very tempting too. But I guess we already have a vulnerable enabler. So 2 is maybe a little much. 14 damage. I think you burn a Protect on it. You got the energy, you can get another one. We're happy with that. Now, do I feel comfortable smacking? Yeah, because you're not doing much there. And you only get stronger every other turn, so... Let me see what's coming up. I think there's a case to be made that we would like to kill you next turn. So let's do as many attacks as possible. Well, you're not attacking this turn. Are you okay? Have you made a grievous error in judgment? If anything... Oh, right. We scried Wish, so we're probably not going to see it. Now, that would have been greedy. It was rest, and we've at least made it to the second boss. Mental Fortress is a big one. Rushdown. Indignation. Now we're talking. That early Flurry of Blows feels so good. I don't think I want to see Wish this early, though. Because next turn, we really need tempo. Like, we need to do some damage to these guys before they take our best cards. It is interesting to think about burning, like, a crescendo. I don't think you need to. I think we can accept losing 2 cards. Just don't take my Mental Fortress Plus. Judgment I can live with. It sucks, but I can live with it. You piece of garbage, man! That's the one thing I said don't do! Okay, this is great, though. You can always empty body. Hit you once, hit you with the other one. Enter Wrath again. Draw some more cards. Kill you. Mental Fortress. Hurt you quite a lot. We can't exit stance here, but I can kill you and get Judgment back, which is not the most effective card right now. But hey, dude, thank you for drawing the card so I didn't have to, I guess is what I should probably be saying. We should... Like, we have to worry about hand size here. We know we're going to play Protect, so let's play it. Empty Fist. Oh, we haven't drawn our Flurry of Blows yet. Okay, a bit of a misstep. Bit of a misstep there. There it is. We do gain 6 block by changing stance, but I think unfortunately I made a mistake and this is now a stall turn, but that's okay. This is also a stall turn, but we have 7 energy. Give me 3 strength. I think 6 plated armor is just a drop in the bucket against this guy, unfortunately. I mean, we could... If we crescendo... I was just going to say, we're guaranteed to get our attacks. Then you empty body. You're guaranteed to get your attacks. It's... I mean, I don't know. It might be like 30 damage, but... It ain't nothing. This ain't Texas, you know? Probably just, you know, play my cards, I suppose. Still takes 7. But then you take a turn off. And for me, that is a turn off. You just gave me the X, sir. Bad news for you. I guess. Could always tantrum. Strike you. Vigilance. Where's my... Oh, they're both there? Come on! Next turn, though? Yeah, next turn it's over for you. Okay, we're surprisingly, like... I mean, honestly, that Deva form showing up is a gift from past me to current me. I don't think we need anything else. I think those cards in particular... Another Judgment, maybe, but... Now, you know me, I'm a big Cursed Key believer. But I don't know if we need 5 energy, man. Like... It might be a great time to get some relics. We already have 4 energy in Deva form. Otherwise, I think I could be persuaded to take an energy relic. Mummified Hand, Bird-Faced Urn, kind of crazy. We do have some powers we like to play. We got a high roll for bosses, I think. Not to mention the Legend of Zelda amongst a bunch of gamers. It's like throwing them a piece of meat to a rabid dog. Either way, I'm happy. Should I be rushing you down here? I think it's just a little risky, right? I'd rather just take the 3 damage. We have so many means to heal now, kind of surprisingly. Give me the plated armor. I know it's the coward's way out, but... I really do feel like we're in a good place on this one. I would feel like a little bit better if I could... Oh, right, I forgot about the plated armor. Yeah, I mean, I'd feel a little bit better if I was smarter, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. We'll take this, Flurry of Blows. I will Indignation you. Flurry of Blows. 42 damage. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Give me a Tranquility. We are still just struggling a little bit with the stance dancing, you know? Struggling to figure out that balance of, like, when to go for it and when to hang back. We are going to draw 2 cards by going into Tantrum, but I think it's just, like, it's too hot, right? Obviously, if we got a great card from doing it, like a card that allowed us to exit stance, we would be stoked, but there's also the chance that we would have just, like, completely screwed ourselves. Now, this looks pretty screwed. For sure. How about, give me the strength on this one. Put me in the Tantrum, a Tantrum state. I'll put you on lethal. No need to judge, I think. Stall me right there. We got a Tranquility to back out of it. We can find a better use for Judgment. This is psychotic. You force my hand to do that. You know that, right? You force my hand. At least you're dead. Pun intended, I suppose. Force my hands. Could be better. Could be better. And just hold it right there, mister. Hold it right there. We're going to get there. It's a little slow. Just remember, whether this is true or not, it's helpful to believe it, okay? To put it in a little bit of a Costanza-ism. It's not a lie if you believe it, okay? We should rest easy knowing that every single hallway fight is going to be harder than the bosses that we're about to face. Now, maybe you could argue one day, NL, you'll realize the error of your ways. And Dono Deca will kill you, and they'll ruin your life. And I'm not saying that's impossible. That's certainly possible. Let me just see what we're drawing. I would love to draw those two cards. How are you going to do that? You have no means to do that. You have no draw. You have no talent. I walked Bob Dylan out on stage. I've trained classically and contemporaneously. Who are you? You're nothing. We do create cards during combat, and it is a power. I think we take that. That's like, maybe we could just put 20 powers in our deck, and then we heal for 40 every combat. You ever think about that? Now this is a spicy meatball. Let's draw first. We have 27 ways to enter Wrath. Well, no, the choice is made for us. If we don't enter Wrath, we lose. So let's start by entering Wrath. We draw 2 cards. We at least have to kill 1. This does 10 damage. We need to get you below 30. Okay, so now we actually, I think we have to kill all, which is a pretty bad sign, because I don't think that's going to happen. We have to kill you if possible. Y'all take care now. It's been fun. I told you the hallway fights were harder than the boss. All right. It's all right. We're going to come at it with a positive attitude. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I'll see you next time. See ya!